Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video, as the title says, is going to be my Netflix recommendations for TV shows. So I'll be making a separate video for movies and other stuff, so stay tuned for that. Around a month ago I subscribed to Netflix, and this is my first time subscribing to a OTT platform to watch movies or Netflix. I thought I'll never do it, but finally I did it. I started watching few shows and movies, and I thought, why not let you guys know my thoughts, my reviews or mini reviews on these shows and movies, so that you can decide on your own whether it's worth watching or not. So yeah, I'm here with a list for the TV shows I've watched till now on Netflix past 1 month, and I'm going to let you know what I think of it. So if you're interested to know my list, please keep on watching. Before getting into the video, if you're someone new and looking at this face for the first time, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, and also do not forget to hit that bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So without any further delay, let's straight away get into the video. So the show number 1 on my list is Stranger Things. By now I think most of you would have watched this particular show. This is an American science fiction horror series. The story revolves around 4 boys who are really enthusiastic and fearless, who lives in the town called Hawkins. The government secretly does this paranormal and supernatural experimental stuffs down below in the lab of Hawkins, which was kept a secret, and these experiments will lead to opening a gate to Upside Down, which is nothing but the world of supernatural. So this creates a lot of events in the rural town of Hawkins, a lot of missings, a lot of deaths in a mysterious way. So these 4 guys head out to solve the case. So this is the gist or the plot line of this particular series. It has 3 seasons till now, and all the 3 seasons are awesome and it's worth binge watching. All these 3 seasons are filmed and directed in such a way that it will keep you engaging, it will keep you in the edge of your seats, and it has all these adventurous and funny moments as well. So do not miss watching this particular series. I 100% recommend this series for binge watching. So the second series on my list is Sex Education. So this is a British sex comedy teen series, and the plot is revolving around the leads Otis and Maeve. So Otis is a teenager who is shy and insecure, and Maeve is a kind of goth girl, and it's not so popular in the campus. So Otis and Maeve decide to set up a secret sex clinic where the students in the campus approaches them with their sex problems, and they will solve it for money. So if you see, Otis' mother Jean is a sex therapist, so Otis does have a lot of knowledge on these aspects, and so he decides to use that knowledge to get some financial help and also be with his crush Maeve, whereas Maeve is independent girl who lives alone and who has a problematic family background, and she needs financial help to keep her life going. So that is why she gets into this business. So this particular series has 2 seasons till now, and the 3rd season is going to come very soon. Both these seasons are quite educative, quite funny, quite roller coaster ride, to be frank. They have shown a lot of emotional connect between the gay couples and other sexuality orientations. So it's a really eye-opening series, you can say. It's educational as well as funny, so it's engaging to watch, it's entertaining to watch. So I highly recommend you guys to watch this if you are above the age of 18, obviously. So it has some explicit content. The third one on my list is Masaba. So by the name, you guys would have already know Stone. This is a fictional take on the real life mother-daughter duo, Neena Gupta and Masaba Gupta. Mostly concentrates around the chaos and tension in the fashion world, and also a peek on the life of Masaba and Neena, the bonding between the mother-daughter duo. Yeah, this is a short plot about this particular series, and till now it has come up with one season. It's a very new season to Netflix, and it has around 6 episodes. Each episode is about 20 to 25 minutes long. I generally feel that this particular series is a little bit overhyped, because when I watched the first 2 episodes, I really felt Masaba, being a non-actor, she has acted well, but in some parts I felt her acting to be a little bit overboard. It went a little bit overboard, and the story as in, we do not have a story in here. It's just like a life experiences they had, the bond between Masaba and a boyfriend, and or her husband and her life. It's all about that, and her the tension she takes to design the clothes, the idea which comes to her mind. So this is just my personal opinion. So some of you might like the show, but for me personally, it's not a great show. It's a watchable one, but if you ask me whether we can binge watch it, I would say it's not a binge watchable show. According to me, it did not keep me gripping to the storyline or plot. Some part I felt it is a bit boring. Season 1 being a 6 episode and a 30-minute episode each, we can easily binge watch it if you want to, but it did not keep me that much engaged to binge watch it. It's a kind of feel-good show, but it lacks a bit somewhere. So if you're out of ideas to watch any TV shows, you can go ahead and watch Masaba Masaba. The 4th show on my list is Insatiable. So yeah, this series has another place in my mind because I don't like it, to be frank. It's an American dark comedy. So the story revolves around the girl named Patty. She is overweight and she is frequently bullied and ignored by people, and the trailer was so promising. The trailer seemed like it was addressing a little bit of body image issues, and I thought it would bring that up, but the storyline is in a way that Patty, she has now reduced her weight to a certain extent and she looks good. Now she crosses path with a beauty pageant coach. His name is Bob Armstrong, who is a middle-aged man, very much older than her. So what she does is she tries to seduce him and get into this pageant training and win a pageant so that she can take revenge on people who have teased her. Yeah, I watched 4 episodes of season 1 and I did not feel engaging at all. It was really not my kind of show, I feel, because the storyline is a bit bleh, and I think they have discontinued the series. It has 2 seasons till now. I feel like they have discontinued and they are not going to make it anymore. So I thought I can stop watching this because it was nothing like what I expected in a show from the trailer. The trailer was a little bit misleading, so I did not like it. So I would say you can skip on this particular show because it's not worth watching. So the 5th show on my list is a Korean show called Itaewon Class. So this is a South Korean revenge drama. Story revolves around the lead Park Seroy. Park Seroy is an school dropout, ex-convict, and is a very passionate person who believes in strong values taught by his dad. So yeah, he has a very good bonding with his dad, and one fine day his dad passes away in a tragic road accident. And later on he comes to know that this accident was caused by the son of Korea's #1 restaurant owner. Park Seo-roy finally decides to take revenge. In his path he meets a lot of people, and who becomes his pillar, and helps him to you know, complete this revenge. So this particular series has only one season, and it has around 16 episodes. Each episode is around 1 hour. So yeah, it's a pretty long season, but I would say one thing here: it's really good and it's really bingeable, to be frank, because the story is fast paced. In first few episodes the story goes like this. It's really fast, and yeah, it keeps you engaging, and it keeps you you know, thinking, how is he gonna take this revenge, how is he becoming so patient, how is he following his values and virtues. We can connect to each and every character, you know, in this particular series. It's beautifully cast, and the people have acted well, they have performed well in their own roles. This particular series has a lot of emotional quotient, the bond between the dad and son, the bond between you know, two couples. So all these emotional quotient surprisingly was not boring. Yeah, it was fast paced for first few episodes, and the last 2 episodes I felt was a little bit dragging and very slow when compared to the pace it was going on in the starting. But nonetheless, it's worth watching. Favorite character is this character named Iso. I think that's the, you know, way you pronounce that. So her real name is Kim Da-mi. She has a beautiful, I think you guys would have watched this movie The Witch. She's the main, she's the lead in that. She has a, you know, beautiful eyes. She looks like a doll to me, and it was so cute. But the way she performed in this particular series as a sociopath is really incredible. The series has a funny element, the romance, the action, the emotion, and everything else. So yeah, the final show in my list, number 6, is Never Have I Ever. So yeah, this is a American comedy series. This is a recent show from Netflix. So it's a story of a Indian American teenage girl named Devi Vishwakumar, and she is the first generation teen girl, and her complicated life is the plot of the story. Devi Vishwakumar, our lead character, is a Desi girl from the outlook, but from the heart she is American, and she is so much into the lifestyle of an American teenage girl. So her mother is a typical Desi parent, and she has a lot of ground rules to follow. This pisses Devi off, and curiosity to date the handsome guy of the campus, Paxton, grows, and she makes every damn attempt to do it. And yeah, it's a really funny kind of story, to be frank, and it's a very feel-good kind of story. And when compared to Masaba and Masaba, it's actually a feel-good kind of story, to be frank, but this particular series does it well for me, and it's bingeable. All the episodes are bingeable in this particular series because it's really funny and entertaining and so much relatable. You know, being an Indian, it's so much relatable to watch that particular, you know, character Devi, because Devi has her own imperfections, and how she combats it is one kind of, you know, aspect this particular series is giving. So it has a touch of father-daughter relationship, which is an emotional quotient of this particular, you know, series. Nonetheless, it's really funny, very bingeable kind of show. I'll highly recommend you guys to watch this. And yeah, this is the last show I have watched till now, and I have more TV shows on my list to be watched, and I'm still watching a few of them. So I'll be coming soon with another long list of, you know, the series I have watched with a review of it. So yeah, I think you have enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of video, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button down below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel till now, why wait guys? Please hit that red subscribe button, and also you can follow me on my social media platforms. The link will be down below in the description box for you guys to follow me. So stay tuned for more such recommendations. See you on my next video guys. Until then, take care. Bye.